Ethan leases a car. Daniel buys the same car. They're neighbors. Same street. Same jobs. Both making around $60,000 a year. One Saturday morning, they both walk into a Honda dealership and fall in love with the exact same silver Honda Accord. Brand new. Clean interior. That new car smell. Everything about it screams, drive me home. But they make completely different choices that day. And those choices are going to ripple through the next 10 years of their lives in ways they don't even realize yet. Ethan walks into the leasing department. The salesman explains it perfectly. Your monthly payment is going to be $399. Nothing down. Just sign some papers, and the car is yours to drive for the next 3 years. 36 months. Then you bring it back. Done. Ethan thinks about it. $399. That's reasonable. That's manageable. He signs the papers. The keys are his. Daniel walks over to the finance office. He's buying the car. His monthly payment through a loan is going to be $549. But first, he has to put down $6,000. That comes straight out of his savings. It hurts. But he does it because he wants to own something. He signs the papers and now he owns the title. This car is his. Right away, you can see the difference in their wallets. Ethan's lease is all-inclusive. Insurance is bundled in. Maintenance is covered. Oil changes, tire rotations, brake pads, repairs. The dealership handles all of it. He just drives. That's his only job. Drive and put gas in it. Daniel's payment is just the loan. Insurance? He has to buy that separately. That's another $199 a month. Maintenance? That's on him too. Oil changes, filters, eventual repairs. He's looking at maybe $150 a month in maintenance costs, at least in these early years. So let's do the actual monthly breakdown. Ethan, $399. That's his number. Daniel, $549 for the loan, $199 for insurance, $150 for maintenance. That's $898 a month. Daniel is paying more than double, almost $900. When Ethan tells people what his car payment is, they're impressed. When Daniel tells people, they sometimes think he's crazy for paying that much. But something interesting is happening in the background, something that nobody's talking about yet. Ethan's $399 a month is pure expense. It's gone. It evaporates into thin air. There's nothing left behind except memories of driving. Daniel's $898 a month. Yes, it's expensive. But part of that is building equity. His loan payment is literally paying down debt and building ownership. His insurance is protecting an asset he owns. His maintenance is keeping that asset in good condition. One is renting. One is buying. But the monthly payment hides that truth really well. Year 1 passes. Ethan loves his car. It's always perfect. Nothing ever breaks. The dealership fixes everything for free. He takes it in for scheduled maintenance and they handle it at no cost. He doesn't even think about car problems. They don't exist in his world. Daniel's car is great too, but he had to pay for an unexpected repair in month 8. The battery died a little early, $200 out of pocket. He also had to replace the brake pads. He did it himself with his brother to save some money. He's becoming aware of his car's needs. He's thinking about maintenance schedules. He's thinking about what could break next. But Daniel also notices something positive. After 12 months of payments, his loan balance is down to about $28,000. He's paid down about $1,000 of principal. He's building equity slowly but surely. He owns more of this car now than he did a year ago. Year 3 hits. This is the important moment. Ethan's lease is ending. He's paid $399 a month for 36 months. That's $14,364. He's also been paying for insurance the entire time. That's about $199 a month. Another $7,164. Total spent by Ethan, $21,528. He drives the car back to the dealership. They inspect it. 36,000 miles. His lease allowed 12,000 miles per year. He's right at the limit. Everything checks out. No extra damage charges. No overage fees. He hands over the keys and walks away. He owns nothing. Daniel's loan isn't paid off yet. He's made 36 payments of $549. That's $19,764 in loan payments. But here's the important part. His loan balance is now around $13,000. He's paid down significant principal. Almost $7,000 of the original loan is gone. His insurance has been $199 a month for 36 months. That's $7,164. His maintenance over 3 years has averaged about $150 a month. Some months nothing, some months more. Total maintenance, about $5,400, plus his original down payment, $6,000. Total spent by Daniel, $38,328. But here's what he has. He still owns a car. It's 3 years old. It works perfectly. He still owes $13,000 on the loan, but the car is worth maybe $17,000 to $18,000. He has real equity. He has an asset. At 3 years, Ethan looks like he made the smarter choice on paper. Lower payments, less stress, less money out of pocket. But he owns nothing. Daniel has spent more, but he owns something real. This is the moment where most people think leasing wins. But the story is just getting started. Year 5. Ethan needs a new car again. His lease ended, and he can't just keep driving the old one. He leases another brand new Accord. The payment is now $425 a month because prices have gone up. Another 3-year lease starts. He's now paid $399 for 36 months on his first lease, then $425 for 24 months on his second lease. That's $24,564 in lease payments, plus insurance for 5 years at about $200 a month. Another $12,000. Total through 5 years for Ethan, $36,564. He owns nothing. Daniel's loan is paid off. He made his final payment around month 60. He owns the car outright. The title is in his name. It's completely his. His insurance is still $200 a month. His maintenance costs are starting to go up because the car is 5 years old. Maybe $200 to $250 a month. But there's no loan payment anymore. No payment at all. Daniel has spent about $50,000 total over 5 years. But he owns a car worth about $14,000 to $15,000. He has real equity. He's crossed a finish line that Ethan hasn't even reached yet. If they sat down at year 5 and had an honest conversation, the picture would start changing. Ethan's payment is still lower, but Ethan is going to keep renting forever. He'll keep making payments forever. There's no end in sight. Daniel's payment is completely done. He can drive this car for free now, well, except for insurance and maintenance, but there's no car payment. He's finished with that burden. Year 10. Let's look at the complete picture. Ethan has now leased 3 different cars. First lease, 3 years at $399. That's $14,364. Second lease, 3 years at $425. That's $15,300. Third lease, 4 years at $450 a month because prices keep climbing. That's $21,600. Total lease payments, $51,264. Insurance for 10 years at roughly $200 a month average. That's $24,000. Total spent by Ethan, $75,264. What does he own? Nothing. 0 cars. 0 equity. 0 assets. Just 10 years of payments. Daniel paid his original loan off in 5 years. His down payment was $6,000. His loan payments were about $31,000. So his car cost him about $37,000 to own outright. From year 6 through year 10, he had no loan payment. Just insurance at $200 a month for 5 years. That's $12,000. Maintenance on his aging car has been higher now. Maybe $250 a month average. That's another $15,000. Total spent by Daniel, $37,000 plus $12,000 plus $15,000. That's $64,000. What does he own? A car worth about $8,000 to $10,000. He could sell it, trade it in, keep driving it. He has an asset. But there's even more to this story. In year 4, Ethan drove over his mileage limit. He took a road trip. At the end of his lease, the dealership calculated his mileage. He was over. 1,000 miles over. That's 25 cents per mile. $250 in overage charges. Money he didn't expect to pay. Then in year 7, when his lease ended, they found a dent on the door. Nothing crazy. But the dealership said it was beyond normal wear and tear. $600 in damage fees. In year 9, Ethan tried to lease a 4th car. His credit score had dropped slightly and his insurance rates had gone up because of a minor accident. His new lease payment jumped to $475 a month. He didn't expect that. He thought leases were predictable. Turns out, life happens and his costs were going up. Daniel never had overage charges. His car is his. He drove it whenever he wanted. Year 2, he drove 14,000 miles. Year 6, he drove 15,000 miles. No police checking his odometer. No penalties. He has dings and scratches from normal use. He doesn't care. It's his car. He's not handing it back to anyone. There's freedom in that. The maintenance got expensive, sure. But Daniel found an independent mechanic instead of the dealer. He's saving money there. He's even learned a bit about cars just by owning one for 10 years. Let me run the numbers one final time. Ethan, $75,264 spent. 0 cars owned. 0 equity. Complete dependence on monthly payments for life. Daniel, $64,000 spent. 1 car worth $8,000 to $10,000. Freedom from monthly car payments. If he wants, he could drive this car for another 5 years without a single payment. Daniel spent about $11,000 less total. And he owns an asset. Ethan owns nothing. Here's the honest truth. Leasing isn't always wrong. If you love having a brand new car every 3 years, leasing gives you that. If you don't want to think about repairs, leasing handles it. If you drive under 10,000 miles a year and you're careful, leasing might make sense for you. But you need to understand what you're paying for. Every payment Ethan makes is renting. It's gone. Over 10 years, that's $75,000 vanished. Every payment Daniel makes is owning. Early on, it's painful. The burden feels heavy. But one has a cycle. One has an end. Monthly payment is a liar. Total cost is the truth. A payment of $400 that lasts forever? Over 10 years, that's $48,000. Over 20 years, that's $96,000. It never ends. A payment of $900 that ends in 5 years? That feels painful month to month. But the total is only $53,000. Then you're free. Then you own something. Daniel made the right choice. Not because buying is always better, but because he understood that total cost matters infinitely more than monthly payment. And that understanding changed everything.